was made of the right stuff for moments like this. He now has a chance to win the division for the Ravens. The final play of the regular season for the final spot in the playoffs. Tyler Luke from 44. Snap good. Holden. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the Steelers are the champions of the North. Season-ending heartbreak for the Ravens again. And for the first time since 2020, the Pittsburgh Steelers rule the North in the AFC.
There is no way, Mike, to practice the pressure of a game-winning free throw or a game-winning kick or a game-winning punt, and the rookie succumbed that time.
Ravens still in disbelief. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers will host Houston in the Wildcard game next Monday night. The touchdown as the man fell down. Calvin Austin to the end zone, puts the Steelers on top 26-24, and then for the second time in 4 years, one of the best kickers in the league, Chris Boswell, misses to the right. But then the Ravens come back down the field, and Isaiah Likely, who's had so many close calls that didn't go his way, on a fourth down play, goes up to get them in field goal range, and the rookie Tyler Luke from 44 yards. Just like the Boswell extra point, the kick goes right. And the 106th National Football League season takes all the emotions up and down, including the devastation for the rookie of what might have been. And for Derrick Henry, he missed it. It will not be. And for John Harbaugh and the Ravens, a crushing defeat just like started this regular season. And for Mike Tomlin, the standard is the standard, and the champion of the North is Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson was ready to celebrate. Aaron Rodgers got to celebrate. The Chevrolet postgame coming up after this.
Go to the Chevrolet postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
Did we just see that?
I was thinking the same thing.
What a season and what a night. Much respect to all the people who make the National Football League special in Game 272. This season came down to the very last snap. Pittsburgh Steelers get the last spot. They win the AFC North for the first time since 2020, so we have a full wildcard picture. Let's look at Wildcard Weekend, powered by Verizon. It'll begin on Fox with the Rams in Uptown Charlotte to take on the Panthers. And then the renewal of the NFL's oldest rivalry, the Packers and the Bears at Soldier Field Saturday night, 8 Eastern on Prime Video. The Sunday tripleheader, the Bills in Jacksonville to take on the division champion Jaguars on CBS at 1 Eastern. Then the 49ers will travel east to play the Eagles in Philadelphia. It's going to be warm, by the way, too, for that game, 4:30 Eastern time. And then Sunday night, we will be in Foxborough. The Patriots back in the playoffs take on Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers. And on Monday night, right back here at Acrisure, it'll be the Houston Texans, a wild card for the first time, taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Our players of the game tonight, the aforementioned Mr. Rodgers in in this neighborhood, keeping this season going. 47 pass attempts. TJ Watt back off the collapsed lung surgery, and Cameron Hayward, the stars of the game, standing by with Melissa Stark.
All right, these guys are down here saying absolutely insane, one of the craziest games I've ever been a part of. Aaron, what was it like watching that Ravens final drive?
That sucks. That's the worst part of this game. I'd rather have the ball in my hand. We haven't made it easy for ourselves most of the year, but it was a huge lift having this guy come back. This guy had a great pregame talk that got us focused, and on offense, we didn't handle our business in the first half, but the second half we came out with a different focus. When we had to have points, we went down and scored.
And you clinched the division. You're headed to the playoffs. What does this one mean to you personally?
It's pretty emotional, honestly. It's been a great year. So I'm thankful for these guys and excited to be going to the playoffs for the first time in a long while.
Does that mean you're riding off into the sunset after this?
No, it's been a grinding year. Yeah. And 2 years before that were tough as well. So it's been an absolute blessing to be here. With these fans and this organization and Mike T and the leadership that we got with these guys. And, I think we found that little bit, that's something special, which is belief tonight on the offensive side. And I'm proud of our guys, the way we responded in the fourth quarter.
Had to ask it. Cam, come on in here. He said you gave a great pregame speech. What was that speech?
I was just saying, let's be a little bit selfish tonight. We're playing for everybody in that locker room. We dedicate our lives to this, and everybody came to play. It wasn't just one person. Thankful to get a guy like this back. Thankful for that guy right there, but it was a team effort. Was it pretty? No, but we got the job done. And
you have been a part of this rivalry for so long. To have a game like this, you're just shaking your head. I mean, what does this mean to win a game like this and be a part of this?
Just adds another chapter to the Baltimore-Pittsburgh rivalry. It's unpredictable, comes down to a couple plays, came down to a field goal, and man, I'm just lucky I'm on the right side of this.
You sure are, and everybody's been talking about how thankful they were to have you back. What was it like to be back out there with your team tonight?
It was awesome. It truly was awesome. The guys, we had a great week of prep. Just got as many reps as I possibly could in practice and came on here and just tried to fly around and feed off the energy what our defense has been doing the last couple weeks. We've been playing tremendous football, and I just want to add to it.
Yeah, and it looked like it didn't impact you at all. I mean, no special attention on the sideline. You feel good?
Yeah, I feel good. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but for right now, I feel pretty good.
All right, come on in here because you had the game-winning touchdown. Tell us about that.
You never know when your moment's going to be called, and we just attack practice each week. Me and A been working on that route for probably like 3-4 weeks, and you never know when it's going to come into fruition, and it came into fruition at the biggest moment.
At the biggest moment. Congratulations, you're headed to the playoffs.
Thank you. Got the hat and t-shirt, baby.
Yes, a hat and t-shirt night for Calvin Austin and the rest of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers' last playoff game that he referenced there with Melissa was 2021. They lost the divisional to San Francisco, and then the next year in game 272, last game of the year, Rodgers lost to the Lions, and we saw Aaron take that long walk up the tunnel with Randall Cobb, wondering if we were going to see him play again. He played 2 years with the Jets, and for Chris, I thought right up until toe met leather there that we were going to see an Aaron Rodgers walk-off like that one more time.
I did too, and maybe the only person happier is DK Metcalf. Don't forget now, after 2 games off, you're going to add him back to the mix with this team. But I couldn't help but think when I was watching Melissa interview those guys, those are the moments you talk about 40 and 50 years later. Those moments where you go, do you remember that crazy game that we beat the Ravens and got into the playoffs and Aaron Rodgers and all the stuff that was going on? It is just, it gets ingrained in your memory in a way, and the relationships that you build off it that nothing else does.
We often talk about this stadium being at the confluence of the 3 rivers. The 3 rivers are that way. This way is where the end zone was, where the missed field goal happened by Tyler Lue. They're getting it all set now for getting the field ready. I want to show you what happened pregame at 6:15 local time. This is a priest who's spreading holy water in that end zone. The Catholic community of Pittsburgh is very strong, and the ties to the Steelers are everywhere. And that was shown on local news. Archer got it. And down at that end zone, Tyler Loop misses the extra point, the field goal, I should say, and allows the Steelers to win.
So it's not Tyler Loop's fault.
As with everything in football, it's at a higher power. And, you know, I mentioned it, Chris, you talked about it on that drive, Mark Andrews in the game in Buffalo last year. I mean, the Ravens just have to be sick. They have been in this position often, and those crushing losses, and this one is right up there with the worst of them, unfortunately, for their fans and their franchise.
If you've been around long enough, you know that this night is what this rivalry has been all about.
Yes.
I have seen some of the craziest stuff that I've seen in all the National Football League that takes place between these two football teams. And it seems like it happens every single time. But to anticipate that explosion of scoring in the fourth quarter, not just like long drives, I mean, bombs away, and that's something I've never seen in this rivalry before.
A shootout broke out in the fourth quarter.
Really did. It really did.
Something special. So Aaron Rodgers' walk up the tunnel will be followed with a walk back down the tunnel next week. He has truly enjoyed this experience. The Jet experience was tough. We hear that from a lot of folks who are around the franchise. This experience was different. He wanted to be in a place where the last chapter would be one he would enjoy the football. And he's enjoyed everything about this. And you can see it from the genuine smile on the face of the 42-year-old, the future Hall of Famer, who knows if he'll have another season, but we certainly know he'll have at least one more game on a Monday night here against Houston, the 5-4 matchup in the AFC. Steelers move on. Ravens crushed and head home. And we'll look at the rest of the playoffs and get you ready for the postseason as we continue.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
Time now for your Peacock Picks of the Week. Watch Simu Liu in the Copenhagen test, that gripping new spy thriller. Good to see Simu at our game last week. You can check out All Her Fault, the Golden Globe-nominated drama that pulls you deeper with every revelation. Get ready for Peacock NBA Monday tomorrow night. It's the Knicks and Pistons. Great one in Detroit. Nuggets, Sixers at 8:30 Eastern. Warriors, Clippers at 10 Eastern Time. And the Sunday Night Football final with Jack Collinsworth, Tony Dungy, Rodney Harrison. They are joined on the set right now by Pratt Fryermuth. That begins immediately on Peacock. We look at the NFC playoff bracket headed to Wildcard weekend, powered by Verizon. Congratulations to the Seahawks as they won the #1 seed last night. It'll be the Bears and the Packers in the 2-7 on Saturday night at Soldier Field. Sunday afternoon, it will be the 49ers and Eagles. That's on Fox at 4:30 Eastern. The Rams and the Panthers will begin the playoffs Saturday at 4:30 Eastern in Uptown Charlotte, also on Fox. Chris, it's the most played rivalry in the history of the NFL, the Bears and the Packers. It's just their third playoff meeting. One happened in the 2010 season. The other one happened in 1941. It was so long ago that the Bears and the Packers were playing in the Western Division playoffs. So that's how long ago for a playoff meeting. So that's a rare one and a special one. Your thoughts on that game?
Oh, in all these games, you know, you've got Caleb Williams obviously coming in year number 2 against the old guy, Jordan Love. I mean, it's kind of how you have to look at these playoffs now. You're going to have a couple of guys. You got Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, a few guys that have been around for a while. But other than that, it's the kids that are taking over. The kids are taking over this league. And one of them is probably going to emerge as that next guy. And I can't wait to see who it's going to be.
Let's not forget one who's not a kid, a little bit above that, who's the reigning champ, Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen,
yeah,
you know.
A lot of talk about other stuff. Don't forget, the champs are still out there, and they'll be home in Philadelphia on Sunday. We are headed to Foxborough. Looking forward to the playoff game with Mike Vrabel and the Patriots taking on Jim Harbaugh's Chargers. We'll preview Herbert against May when we come back.